A video on use of EM waves in motion sensors as an assignment to Engineering Electromagnetics course, Ell212. What is it? A motion detector is a device that detects moving objects, particularly people. Such a device is often integrated as a component of a system that automatically performs a task or alerts a user of motion in an area. Motion can be detected through various means such as infrared, sound, and vibration. Gathering data regarding position, acceleration, and velocity can also be done. Motion detectors most commonly use an infrared detection sensor. Nowadays, they are used with microwave detection sensor for better accuracy and less false alarms. Dual sense technology. Motion detectors are classified based on how they detect motion. The two divisions are listed below with a brief explanation of their operation. Active detectors, also referred to as radar-based motion detectors, activated sensor emit waves, that is radio waves, which reflect off nearby objects and reflect back to a detector. The sensor looks for a Doppler frequency shift in the wave when it returns to the detector, which would indicate that the wave has hit a moving object. If it detects a Doppler shift, it activates to show it has detected motion. Now, passive detectors. Infrared or heat energy levels are analyzed by passive detectors. The sensor can detect objects that vary from the ambient temperature of the area being scanned. For example, a person will emit between 9 and 10 micrometer of infrared energy. When this signal is received and shown to be moving across the area, motion is detected. Sensor technology. Passive infrared or PIR. Microwave. Ultrasonic. Tomographic motion detector. Video camera software. Gesture detector. Passive infrared sensor. An individual PIR sensor detects changes in the amount of infrared radiation impinging upon it, which varies depending on the temperature and surface characteristics of the objects in front of the sensor. When an object such as a human passes in front of the background such as a wall, the temperature at that point in the sensor's field of view will rise from the room temperature to the body temperature and then back again. The sensor converts the resulting change in the incoming infrared radiation into a change in the output voltage, and this triggers the detection. Objects of similar temperature but different surface characteristics may also have a different infrared emission pattern, and thus moving them with respect to the background may trigger the detector as well. Microwave sensor. The main guiding principle for almost all of these sensors has been the Doppler's effect. A microwave motion detector circuit mainly comprises of the components, the transmitter, receiver, and the alarm or related circuit. The transmitter sends off microwaves into the area. These waves have a specific frequency. However, as they strike with an intruder moving with a velocity, the frequency and consequently the phase of the wave signal gets altered. Once these reflected waves are received by the receiver, its phase analysis is done, and consequently an alarm is triggered on if the analysis depicts some change in the phase of the wave signals. It is worth mentioning here that the change in phase of the signal wave is directly proportional to the velocity of the intruder. Now my friend Sushant Daga will continue.
Tomographic motion detector (TMD), a technology that utilizes a mesh network of violent nodes that sense a disruption. Each of these violent nodes communicate with all other nodes in the network, creating a wireless mesh network. The interesting part of the technology is that the nodes have inherent RF properties that penetrate through solid materials, making the system successful even when the devices are placed behind walls, boxes, and other non-metallic obstructions. This technology is much different than the traditional way of detecting motion when utilizing IR and/or microwave detectors. It can also locate the area where motion was detected. Operational concept. The basic principle of tomographic motion detection is when an object is in near proximity of a wireless communication link and that object passed through the link, the radio wave will have been disturbed. This causes a change in the measured signal strength at a radio receiver. These changes in the characteristic of RF inform motion, presence, location, and quantity of objects. Pic depicting a house where grey lines represent walls and red dots are nodes. The processing unit connects to panels using normally closed relay contacts. All nodes communicate wirelessly to each other node and to the processing unit. The basic principle: when an object is in near proximity of a wireless communication link and that object passes through the link, the radio wave will have been disturbed. This causes a change in the measured signal strength at a radio receiver. This drop in signal strength is an indicator of detecting motion. These measurements can be processed to infer the presence, motion, location, velocity, or speed of the objects. Hand dryer. The operating principle is to use the infrared control electronic switch. A person's hand warmth is detected when placed in close proximity of a sensor. The sensor detecting an object for some specific time turns on the blower and the heater, which remains so for a predefined time. A control or sensing circuit emits signal to a detection zone beneath the outlet and monitors the zone for reflected signals indicative of a user presence. The circuit operates to energize and de-energize the power circuit to the fan motor and heating element. Upon detection for a predetermined period, the circuit energizes the power circuit. The control circuit de-energizes the power circuit upon interruption of reflected signals for a predetermined period or after a predetermined maximum time period of continuous detection. Under the latter condition, the stimulus reflecting the emitted signal must be removed from the detection zone to reactivate the control circuitry. Any incremental interruption in the reflected signal which does not exceed the period of permitted interruption restarts the commencement of the timing of the maximum period of continuous detection. Motion sensor applications and uses at home. Security. Intruder alarms explained in TMD. Automation. Automatic ticket gates, entryway lighting, security lighting, automatic sinks, toilet flushers, automated hand dryers. Others, motion sensor camera. And this is the end. Thank you.